So Mr. Millennial Mike is trying to push my buttons. He is trying to see if he can light my fire. He tells me I am about to watch a video where I'm going to agree with Dave Ramsey. Okay, let's see.
Yep. So this is a good one. And people who have followed the channel for a while know that Mike has a history of videos where he said, Dave, you're wrong. But I think in this one, you're going to appreciate what Dave has to say. So we're going to jump right in.
All right.
Very few people who look like they have money actually do. The huge car, expensive car, the vastly expensive vacation on Instagram, the vastly expensive fill in the blank are very seldom actual indicators of wealth.
So the rest of the entire segment Dave was talking about was centered around how you need to live beneath your means to achieve the dreams that you have for financial freedom.
I agree 1000%. And then, what people don't, we've been doing this a long time. And, I don't do a good job of, remembering the beginning. Long before we had our second piece of rentals or our second rental, Olivia and I did our need versus want analysis. And we were living paycheck to paycheck. And over the course of about 18 months, we got it down to 50% of our paycheck. It's just what it is. Millionaire Next Door, if you haven't read it, read it. One of my treasured possessions is an autographed copy from one of the authors. Big hat, no cattle. I read that phrase, 25 years ago. I'm like, what the hell is that? That is what Dave's talking about. Big hat means flashy this, flashy that. You gotta have the cattle, right? You gotta have the cash flow. One of the reasons I don't flex when I talk about what we have now, being retired or financially free for 5 years, is I don't want to attract that audience. I have a very, very nice car. We go on crazy things. I don't show a tenth of what we do because I don't want to attract that. I want to attract people who are willing to do the work, willing to sacrifice. It's not about where I am today. It's about the first 5 years. The first 5 years are hard. That's what I want to talk about. That trickle of cash flow builds to a stream into a raging river. I think a lot of people, Grant Cardone being the clearest example, he will show the raging river of toys that he can afford.
Right.
That's not what I want to do. I don't want to attract that vibe. I want to attract the vibe of people that are willing to look themselves in the mirror and get their money right, right? One of the courses I have that I never talk about is Get Your Money Right. It's $99. Needs versus wants. Talk about lifestyle. Talk about these things you can look into the future. But yeah, I think Dave is absolutely right. I wholeheartedly agree. And to be fair, I agree with Dave Ramsey a lot more, but it's just entertaining for me to disagree. I think Dave Ramsey is great for 90%, but I will be clear, he has horrible real estate investing advice. Outside of that, I think Dave's right for most people.
Yeah, I always feel like it's an insult when I say this, and I don't mean it as such. But Dave Ramsey teaches to the lowest common denominator. If you're a fan of his show and you listen to his show, you hear people call in who say they've gotten into $100,000 in credit card debt they spend on vacations and food and dining and all that stuff. Those people are the worst of the worst in society when it comes to being financially smart. And so he has to hit them with a beating stick of, you're dumb. You're not allowed to ever invest in you're not allowed to do anything because you can't even figure out you don't have enough money to afford going to a restaurant, yet you went anyways. But for people that follow you, people that are a fan of the one rental at a time method, you're talking to a different, I don't know if the right way to say this, different class of people, but they're more financially literate. They have different goals and aspirations. They're showing some form of discipline with their money. They're ready to take it to the next level and invest in real estate. And so you give them different advice than Dave would give to the guy who maybe just learned how not to use his credit card when he doesn't have a job and is broke.
Yeah. Again, if you're sitting on 100K in credit card debt, Dave Ramsey is your boy. I'm certainly not that guy.
Mike, I appreciate it. And as always, I always love being on your channel. And that's all I had for you this week.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you.